everyone, dear Commissioner, Mr. Hololam, good friends, and welcome back to the Leaders Summit Europe organized by the Global Tourism Forum. First of all, I would like to congratulate and thank Mr. Bullet Badji and the Global Tourism Forum for once again organizing this meeting in the capital of Europe, Brussels. It is a great pleasure for me to chair this event together with my very good friend Ismail Ertug. We have been here together for several years. It looks to be far away, but just too long. And I'm fully convinced of the importance of this type of meetings to continue developing together a very important sector for our economy as a society, as tourism is. Dear friends, tourism requires social connections. This sector probably more than other, needs to connect people and make it work. It requires interconnections between disconnections and make markets in order to find new opportunities. However, connections are needed not only when talking about business itself, but also within the sectors and its value chain. Therefore, we need all of us who are part of this sector, whatever this position, to be in permanent contact. Build a network of high-level professionals, like it is, who share experiences and ideas and design or rethink together the future of tourism. In short, build a global network which puts people from all over the world in contact. Tourism is international and requires the qualification of all continents and countries. This idea of an interconnection between professionals both from the private and the public sector is what the Global Tourism Forum has been developing successfully for years, and this is a very, very important job. For this reason, I am fully convinced that today's conference will be a very useful and interesting space for all of us to address the challenges that the industry faces, which are not few nowadays. I must say, every single day we have another threat in front of us. As you very well know, we come from one of the most complicated situations in the history of tourism, a pandemic that completely paralyzed traveling. The world came to a complete lockdown and many travelers were grounded for months. Luckily, we have seen how the sector has recovered significantly during this summer, and we are recovering the figures of last 2019, which has very good news. This is thanks to the fact that the industry has its professionals have maintained their business open during these 2 years with a lot of effort and without help, hoping that the situation returns to normal, and that we have this next value added and thanks to its enormous efforts. Today, like in any industry, tourism is not immune to world events. The war in Ukraine raises another challenges, especially the energy and prices rising. More expensive electricity for hotels, accommodations, and restaurants, and less accessible flight tickets, among others, result in a more expensive destination and travel. Having this in mind, how can tourism reinvent itself during this period of instability to maintain activity and attractiveness? How can we ensure that in times of crisis, people continue dedicating part of their time and leisure to travel? These are the main challenges that lie ahead and to which we had to pay close attention and give answer and public response. In Europe, as other world regions are doing extremely well, I fully believe that we should claim tourism as an economy engine ahead of a potential recession, as it is the case in the past. The next few years are crucial, and other countries are ahead of us, leading to many sectors. Therefore, I'm finalizing. We must agree the EU leaders to promote European tourism and mitigate the effects of the energy crisis in the sector. We must be capable of offering attractive and affordable products and destinations, but also selling our continents to the world. And how? Starting by creating the true European brand that attracts visitors from the rest of the world and put tourism in the center of our economies. Tourism can once again play the fundamental role, and the European Union cannot lose this opportunity. Dear friends, by bringing together European leaders, stakeholders, and high-level industry representatives in the same room that we are now, we create a friendly environment for the exchange of ideas. We need the public and private sector to understand each other and hand by hand to go in times of difficulty together. When the public sphere is disconnected from the reality and disregards the industry, things cannot work properly. In times of economic and social instability, we, leaders, have an additional responsibility on how we are doing together. Let us not miss the opportunity to respond jointly and unitedly to the challenges by working together with the sector and its professionals, hand by hand, public and private sector. Thank you so much.